Finance Minister Thangam Thennarasu put forth the state budget for 2024-25 ahead of the upcoming Lok Sabha elections. The government presented its budget with the focus on the 7 grand Tamil dream that includes social justice and women's welfare at its core. Now, amid a tight financial situation, the budget with the theme Crossing Obstacles and Marching Towards Growth, the DMK government has batted, for key aspects to help combat state projects. Fiscal 2023-24 has been challenging, remember, for the state's financing owing to the heavy floods in Chennai and the southern districts. Talking about the key takeaways in the budget that was presented today, in a big step towards the LGBTQ+ community, the Tamil Nadu government will meet the higher education expenses of trans persons, and it will be implemented through the Transgender Welfare Board. A new housing scheme will be launched in Tamil Nadu in the name of Kalainarin Kunnavu Illam at the cost of 3,500 crore this year. Free bus rides for women will be extended to the hilly areas including Nilgiris and Kodaikanal. Tamil Nadu Artificial Intelligence Mission will be established to tap the use of AI, while Olympic academies will be set up in 4 cities in Tamil Nadu.
Our finance minister stick to his traditional budget mechanisms of the DMK, and he was able to give us a holistic approach in a pre-election scenario. The DMK is bound to deliver what it is going to set in its budget. Only step-motherly approach. Union government is stepping on our financial impact. I think this financial budget also reflected that on a presentation to our 16th Finance Commission. What are the recommendations, especially on devolution and a call out to do away with the cess and the surcharges. Only if states develop, the nation will develop. I think people at the top, at the Delhi, should understand this approach.
The budget is an excellent budget. So a lot of inconvenience from union government. So Modi government not given our GST share. Even though our finance minister did good for the Tamil Nadu people, union government totally neglecting the Tamil Nadu government. Why they neglecting? They giving lot of fund to Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, where the ruling party in the BJP, they giving lot of fund from union government. We are giving the GST tax to union government. Our share should be the return. Why they are not returning?
There are more than 90% of the new schemes that is being announced by the state government in the budget is being already being implemented by the central government. So I could cite many such examples of how the central government schemes are being taken credit by the state government here. And as far as this MIGJAM or the flood situation is concerned, already the first installment has been given by the central government. Again and again they are lying, saying that it is not even 1 rupee has not been given to Tamil Nadu.
All right, let's get more perspective on this and decode for you the Tamil Nadu budget. I'm joined on the broadcast by Mr. Madhavan Narayanan. He's a senior journalist. Mr. Narayanan, good evening. Namaskar. Thank you very much for joining us on Mirror Now. Your first thoughts, what do you make of the Tamil Nadu budget? It follows the theme of 7 grand Tamil dream. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I've not been able to count all the 7 in a way. I'm sure it's there because this is part of the packaging of the budget. But what I found very, very interesting, let's understand where we are as a country and Tamil Nadu as a state and how Tamil Nadu's budget differs. Very importantly, as they say, what is the USP of the Tamil Nadu budget? What Mr. Stalin calls the Dravida model, how it is different. So let's divide it into 3 aspects. The first thing is that Tamil Nadu is very ambitious. So some of the things that, including the Global Startup Summit or the Artificial Intelligence Initiative forming part of the budget, are no different from, let's say, the Modi-nomics, although the BJP and DMK are daggers drawn, but both are ambitious in terms of economic growth. So that is very similar. Where it is unique is that, well, there are also very common aspects of development. For instance, one of the interesting things is there's a separate Tamil Nadu highway scheme being envisaged in the budget. So that basically means Tamil Nadu is trying to create more infrastructure in addition to what is the central government doing. So it begins where the central government leaves off, so to speak. So if you're building national highways connecting Tamil Nadu with the rest of the country and within the north of to the south of Tamil Nadu, the subways are being built by the DMK. We'll talk about the politics of it all later, but let me come to the unique thing in the Dravidian model. As you see, there is a special provision for transgender. There is a special provision for government school educated boys to pursue higher education. So there's a lot of affirmative action which are geared towards equality, not just in terms of equality of opportunity, but equality of resources and empowerment by the state government. And that means it's not just about economic growth, it's also about social justice. There are also special provisions. I have not been able to systematically study it, but there are provisions for tribals, for instance, and for women, of course, including bus ride. So there is a striking similarity between the kind of budget presented by Siddaramaiah and Karnataka, because in the south, there is an emphasis, a much bigger emphasis on women, tribals, and minorities, and not so much in Tamil Nadu as in Karnataka, perhaps. So there's a lot of affirmative action, which is very in line with the theme of financial inclusion and social inclusion, not just financial inclusion. And that is a very unique feature of the Tamil Nadu budget. Then comes, very interestingly, there is a project to create a museum or something in Kiladi, which is an archaeological site where there is a contentious site because the archaeological excavations in Kiladi, according to the DMK and the Dravida theorists, emphasizes the importance of a distinct Tamil identity. So the Tamil identity politics, in which Tamil is seen as distinct from Sanskrit, the Dravidian culture as distinct from Aryan, although they have had intermingling, that's emphasized. So there is a fascinating array from what I call Kiladi to AI. From the Kiladi to artificial intelligence, there's a big range of projects. And of course, there are bus schemes and other, Singara Chennai, beautification of schemes. So, just as Mr. Modi has this theme, Vikas Bhi, Virasat Bhi, there's something very similar, except that the Virasat here that is being emphasized is more towards a distinct culture. Notably, if you really want to compare it with, let's say, UP, where the Ram Mandir has become part of the, cultural development theme, in Tamil Nadu, because the DMK has its origins in rationalism and equality, there is more emphasis on socio-economic programs and affirmative action as distinct from objects of pride. It's more of identity than pride. Now comes to the politics, on which I can't say much apart from the fact that, you have a question there? Sorry, I missed. Hello?
Yeah, Mr. Narayanan, I just wanted to, go back to your point with which you started. Are you able to hear me, Mr. Narayanan?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you. I can hear you.
So you started off by saying, Mr. Narayanan, that it's very similar to what the Modi government has been doing. And, we just heard BJP's Vanati also saying that, whatever has been announced today, 90% of it has been already implemented by the central government. How much do you think is common in the two? Number one, and number two, how much do you think it's going to impact the people? This budget and the fact that there are similarities, how much do you think that's going to help the current dispensation ahead of the Lok Sabha elections?
Yeah, let me put it in three themes. First of all, as we have already discussed, there's a lot of convergence in development models, especially because Tamil Nadu is, if you look at the metrics, Tamil Nadu is ahead of even Gujarat, which is being touted by the BJP as a big model. So Tamil Nadu is already ahead of what I call the third world kind of conversations. So they are trying to become part of the first world before the rest of India does. So to that extent, there's a lot of emphasis on higher education and things. But as far as the politics of it concerned, no amount of money is enough, whether it's you're the United States or Ukraine or India. So to that extent, the Tamil Nadu government wants to emphasize, especially if you've seen the recent controversy over GST revenues and how Tamil Nadu contributes more to the national tax exchequer and kitty than it gets back. That is a way to politicize matters in a way where a message is being sought to be conveyed to the Tamil Nadu people that, look, we are giving more than we are taking. And to that extent, it brings a certain Tamil identity or a Dravida identity into play. And I think it politically does work, especially because Tamil Nadu has a huge amount of literacy and awareness, political awareness that goes back 5 decades, focusing on economic issues. So to that extent, it is positive. As for Ms. Vanati Srinivasan's remark about cyclone relief, or the what is called the MIGJAM cyclone relief, she has a point, but if you look at it carefully, it is a very small part of the entire budget conversation. There are only 3 aspects of the budget conversations that have a center-state conflict, if I may say so. One is infrastructure, where the central government is building its infrastructure. But so is the state. So there is no significant conflict apart from some minor point scoring here and there. As far as resources are concerned, this whole revenue versus collections being apportioned to the state, I think it's an emotive point that works. And the third aspect of cyclone relief, I think it is a bit of rhetoric from both sides. I think the Tamil Nadu people may not be too impressed by either of the argument. They will just take it in their stride. But I must say that after the recent floods in Chennai and also across Tamil Nadu has a huge climate change stroke ecological issues that to handle. I haven't spotted anything significant in the budget that suggests a sufficient seriousness on that issue. That will be irrespective of whoever is in power. But I think that is something I haven't had the time to go into.
Yeah, and that is something that I think all political parties need to be reminded of. And as voters, we need to keep in mind, this is an election year. I think this is something that we as voters should also be reminding political parties that this should be high on agenda, sustainable development and countering the climate change crisis. But we'll leave it there, Mr. Narayanan. Of course, my personal favorite has been the revamping of public libraries. That certain amount that has
I
been
wanted to mention that. Let me come in.
Some thought has gone. Yeah, quickly, 30 seconds, Mr. Narayanan. I have paucity of time. I have to wrap it up.
Yeah, I want to mention the fact that this is the state that gave us APJ Abdul Kalam. And there is an ideology which is not publicly called, but it's called Kalamism, which is public libraries are a very central portion to Kalamism. And that has been adopted brilliantly. In fact, I've had personal interactions with some of the library officials of Tamil Nadu on this under Bill Gates Foundation's AGs. And I must say, that's why Tamil Nadu makes it very special. There's a lot of emphasis on education, healthcare, and sustainability. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think these public libraries is something that needs to be emulated across India, across the country, where we are busy with this instead of the books. We leave it there, Mr. Narayanan. Thank you very much for joining us on Mirror Now and sharing your thoughts on the Tamil Nadu budget. Thank you very much. All right, with that, we're slipping into a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side. Stay tuned to Mirror Now.